Hello everyone, this is Shweta Patil from Department of ENTC, AISSMS, Institute of Information Technology, Pune. Today we will have a look on the cellular concepts. The immense potential of the conventional telephone cannot be exploited to its maximum due to the limitation which is imposed by the connecting wires. So, this restriction has been removed with the advent of the cellular radio. With the cellular approach, within the limited frequency resource, the cellular principle can serve thousands of subscribers at an affordable cost. In a cellular network, total area is subdivided into smaller areas which is called as the cell. Each cell can cover a limited number of mobile subscribers within its boundaries, and each cell can have a base station with a number of RF channels. So, this area is divided into the cell, which every area has its own antenna with the base station, which consists of the transmitter, receiver and the control unit. There are a band of frequencies which are allocated to each cells, and these cells set up that antenna of all the neighbors which are very much equidistant with each other. The shape of the cell, here you can see that for analytic purpose the shape of the cell is taken hexagon. Hexagon cell is preferred to other shapes on the paper due to some of the reasons which I will state it now. First reason is a hexagon cell layout, it requires fewer cells to cover a given area. The second reason is other geometric shapes cannot effectively do this what the hexagonal cell can do. So if a circular shaped cell are there, then there will be overlapping of the cell. Also, for a given area among square, triangle and hexagon, radius of the hexagon will be the maximum which is needed for the weaker mobiles. So, in reality, cells are not hexagonal but irregular in shape, determined by factors like propagation of radio wave over the terrain, obstacles and other geographical constraints. The complex computer programs are required to divide the area into cells. So, the approach to cope with this increasing capacity are as follows. So, by adding new channels, by trunking, so trunking means the cellular radio, it relies on trunking to accommodate large number of users in a limited radio spectrum. Each user is allocated a channel or per call basis, and on a termination of the cell, the channel is returned to the common pool of the RF channel. Next is the grade of service. Because of trunking, there is a likelihood that a call can get blocked if all the RF channels are engaged. This is called grade of service, GOS. The cellular designer estimates the maximum required capacity and allocates the proper number of RF channel in order to meet the GOS. After that, we have the frequency borrowing. So, frequency borrowing means frequencies are taken from the adjacent cell by the cognizant cell. Then we have the cell splitting. cell in the larger cell in areas of high usage, it can be splitted into smaller cells. So when the number of users reaches a saturation in a startup cell and no more spare frequencies available, then the startup cell is split, usually in 4 smaller cells, and the traffic increases by 4 or more number of subscribers can be served there. That is cell splitting. Cell sectoring means their cells are divided into a number of wedge-shaped sectors, each with their own set of channels. Microcells. Here antenna moves to building, hills and lamp posts. This is the cellular system overview. In this cellular system, there are some terminologies. First is the base station. This base station includes an antenna and a controller and number of receivers. The mobile telecommunication switching office, which is MTSO, it connects the call between the mobile unit. Two types of channels are available between the mobile unit and the base station. First is the control channel, which is used to exchange information having to do with setting up and maintaining call. And second is the traffic channel, which carries the voice and data connection between the user. Here is the PTSN, Public Telecommunication Switching Network. So this was a short view about cellular concept. Thank you.